Hey guys, this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to get Windows 8 or 8.1 running on a Mac that's on Mavericks. Probably it's going to be a MacBook Pro with Retina display or one of the new iMacs. Um, it's a little different doing it with something that doesn't have a DVD drive, so this is for those that don't. So, also MacBook Air. Okay, so the requirements for this is of course a computer, Mac, a Windows 8 bootable ISO, so you can find that on the Windows website or other places um, with a product key, and a USB that's going to be more than 4 gigabytes. So you're going to want something around like the 16 gigabyte class. Um, Speed doesn't matter too much, but it helps if it's a faster speed. So first things first, go to Launchpad, Utilities, Boot Camp Assistant, and so you're gonna go through this. And right now, since I already have Windows 8 installed, I'll have this pop up. But what you will want is these two. It will say create a Windows 7 or later install disk and download the latest support from Apple. So this is something that is strange because the Windows 7 drivers are all the same for the Macs, and they're compatible with Windows 8. But the partition that the Windows or that Boot Camp will create is not compatible with the Windows 8. So you're not going to want to do this. This will say like create partition. Don't do that. Just make the disk. So continue. I'll put in your USB. Is it detected? Come on. There we go. Continue. Choose ISO image from wherever you have it. I have it here. Windows. And I have this. Okay, so open that. Continue. And it will go on this. After this happens, it'll go on this long transferring information thing. So that will take about 10 minutes for the USB to finish, depending on your USB, but mine took about 10 minutes. So that Windows install disk is done. So take out your USB, it's fine, you got it, and then here comes the trickier part. So Windows 8, as I said before, is not compatible with Boot Camp, the way Boot Camp does it. Boot Camp will try to make it into a Windows formatted space, but that just does not work. So what you will want to go to is Disk Utility. Go into your big ol' SSD or hard drive disk, whatever you use, and then partition it. So you go to the partition tab and then select Macintosh HD, which will be what you have. And so you're going to add another partition, and then, actually, this is wrong. Don't title it like I'm doing right now. I did this before. I titled it Windows, but that's kind of pointless because this is what Microsoft used to use, MS-FAT, and they don't use that anymore for Windows 8. So that's what Boot Camp defaults to, and it won't work if you try to install Windows 8. So what you want to do is put free space, and so it'll be titleless, and so you can add 100 gig or whatever you want, and you will apply that. But since I already have a Boot Camp like partition, I'm gonna revert it and get out. Okay, so now after you applied that, you're going to reboot the computer, and while you're rebooting that, make sure two things. Make sure your USB is plugged in, and make sure you hold down Option as it's rebooting. So you will probably have something that looks like Windows and then EFI boot. Traditionally, Boot Camp would let you run, just like go straight into your Windows partition, but once again, because this is different, you're going to have to do EFI boot. So you click on EFI boot and it'll bring you to this Windows startup screen, and that is a good sign. Okay, so this isn't going to be super visible to you, but I hope you can follow along. So just select your language and stuff, click next, and then enter in your product key that you found or got, I don't know, whatever suits you. And so it will verify your product key. So now you can select the type of Windows you would like to install, press next. Read this entire thing, make sure that's very important. Okay, so I'm going to go with holding this. Sorry for a shaky cam. So you're going to find your free space. I'll pretend this is free space. And then press format. Once it formats, it'll bring you back to this again. Find the drive that has the same total size that you partitioned back in Mac OS or Mac OS X, and then format that, and then select that. So you'll press next and it'll bring you back to this Windows install screen, and it will be just like a regular Windows install from there. So I hope you can follow those instructions. So if all went well, you should have Windows 8 running on your Mac. You'll get through a whole setup thing, and you should find that most things work correctly. The most important thing once you do that is go into your USB that you did. Yeah. So the most important thing is to go back into your USB or your WinInstall disk, Boot Camp, and then setup. So this is going to set up all of your drivers. So yes, install, and then just install all of them. After you do that, you should have no problems with updates or anything. The biggest issue I have found is Windows strange UI. Hahaha, funny. But seriously, Windows is really good for running like Steam games or I don't know, whatever you would like to do on Windows. But after that, I mean, you should have Windows running. So congratulations to you for getting Windows 8 or 8.1 running on your MacBook Pro, Mac Air, iMac, whatever, and have fun with it.